Welcome back to my channel. This is Millie Says, and today I will be talking about codependency. Now, if you happen to come over here from the short that I just recorded or posted a little while ago, where I talked about how your codependency and your codependent behavior may be affecting your relationships and even your interactions with people. So make sure you stay tuned to this video where I take a deep dive into what happens in those dynamics. Now, when we think about relationships, we often think about people we like, people that we're interested in, people that we want to spend time with naturally. Of course, when you're attracted to someone, you want to learn more about them. But what happens often is when we get really anxious or even have some codependent behaviors, we can do a little bit too much when it comes to letting that person know that we're actually attracted to them. And if you can think about different sayings that have been said, I don't know if you've heard them. I know I've heard uh, quite a few times absence makes the heart grow fonder, or even less is more. And when we think about our interactions with people, what is it exactly that makes us attracted to them? Is it the mystery? Is it, wondering what makes them tick? And oftentimes, whether we're consciously aware of it or not, we are a lot more attracted to people that um, have some hidden gems to them. Whether it is discovering that they're interested in the same things we're interested in, or maybe liking the same foods that we like, all of those things that are naturally uncovered helps build the attraction. Um, However, on the flip side, when all of the information is pretty much sprawled out in the beginning, it leaves little to no mystery, and there's really no discovery or any incentive to take the journey. And so, if you think about how you want that idea to play out in your social interactions or your romantic encounters or ventures, if you will, you don't want to be too available. You don't want to be too open in the beginning, because that's not how relationships naturally unfold. People are very, very complex. And a lot of the time, when we are interested in getting to know someone, it's in the getting to know. It is the slow reveal of all of their layers. Um, Codependency and anxiety actually prevents that from happening, because you're listening more to what's going on inside of your body when you're attracted to someone. And if you think about uh, creating a reciprocity or a reciprocal relationship, it's ideal to give them the same amount of energy that they're giving you, okay? And when you do that, you will leave room for the attraction to build. You will also prevent yourself from feeling depleted, feeling like, maybe you're doing too much, or being maybe a little too overwhelming. Um, because you never know what the other person is thinking, right? And when you're on the receiving end of someone that has codependent tendencies, or can be a little bit overbearing, it can come across as love bombing. It can come across as like an anxious attachment style. And if that's not who you are, there's no need to exude that energy, especially if you're looking for something long term. Um, just think about when you don't like someone. You know, you don't necessarily put a lot of energy into it, but somehow they're still attracted. So it's not necessarily what you're doing for the person, or how you're making them feel initially, if you do nothing and they're still attracted to you. So think of it as, it's kind of weird that you have to like treat people that you like you don't like them, but you kind of do have to pull back a little bit, only because the emotions, when you're too emotional and too over invested, it can come off a lot differently than you think it will. So that's just some food for thought, and I will see you in the next video.